Alright, people, it's Smarkmix once again. I hope we're doing marvelously well. Yeah, the topic of today's episode is how to increase or decrease the BPM of your backend track. Okay, but what I will be using to demonstrate this is Studio One. There's this site called TuneBat. You can see tunebat.com. So it comes up, then I'll load in the beat stem. So you can just come do tunebat.com. So this site will help you to actually get the exact tempo without reducing or adding the accurate tempo of the beat you got. So to do that, you need to come to here, this key and BPM finder. So you come here and you can now, it says select file, so you can now go to your folder and get this. So I'm using this beat. It's already telling me file name, the key of the song, the alternative key, and the BPM. You can see the BPM is 130. That's all I need to do on this side. So I'll leave this side now and go to my Studio One DAW to import the beat. Now that we're through with TuneBat's site, so we have to come to the Studio One DAW to implement the BPM we just detected. So the first thing to do is to create a stereo track. This is the stereo track. So we'll import the beat we want to use or the loop we want to use. So this is the one I'm using. So this is the one I'm using, this stem here. So the first thing to do, if I play this beat, you see it's not going to align. You can see it's not aligned with the BPM, which is 100 here. But so the first thing to do is to come to the event and right click on the event. You see this file tempo is saying not set. You see the speed up, this is where we're going to work on. It's saying 1.0. This 1.0 means 100. So we're going to be, if you want to reduce or increase, it's going to be in percentage. You don't reduce or increase by figure. So it's going to be in percentage. So this 100, it means percentage. 1.0 means 100. So first we want to reduce it by 10%. You know, the initial BPM of this stem is 130 BPM. We want to reduce this 130 BPM by 10%. So the first thing to do is to right click, and since we're reducing it by 10%, so it's going to be 0.90. So that's 10% means 10 minus 100, which is 90. So we'll play it. So you see that it won't still align. So the next step is where it's going to align, which is going to it's going to require a little bit of mathematics, but it's not a big deal, and it's something very lightly. In real-time situation, if I'm to do this, it takes me just around 1 or 2 minutes to get myself around it and move on with the production. So you bring out your calculator. It can be on your phone, on your system. 10 divided by 100. So that's a percentage. You now say that's 0.1 times the 130. So that's 13. That's the 10% of 130. So we say 130 minus 13. So that's 117. So what we'll do is to now change it at the BPM point here. So it's a 117. So you see that it will automatically align with the BPM. That's that about that. So let's assume I want to reduce it further. Assuming I want to reduce it by 20%. 20% will be 20 minus 100, which will be 80. But in percentage, it will be 0.80. So that's 0.8. So we want to reduce it by 20%. So go back to our calculator. Say 20 divided by 100. That's 0.2 times the initial BPM of the beat. As 26. 0.2 times 130 will give you 26. You know, that's the 20% of 130. I want to reduce 130 by 20%. So you now say 130 minus 26. That's 104. So if you So if you input 104 here, this is what you get. That's that about that. So let's assume we want to increase it by 5%. We want to increase the 130 BPM by 5%. So what we'll do is to come here, since it's going to be 5% of 130, so it's going to be 1.05. You know, the initial speed up is 1 when we started. So we want to increase that one by 5%, so it's going to be 1.05. If we are going to increase it by 10%, it's going to be 1.1. So it's just simple mathematics. So we're increasing by 5% to be 1.05. We need to come to our calculator to get the exact figure we're going to input at the BPM spot. So 5 divided by 100. 5 divided by 100 is 0.05. 0.05 times the initial BPM, 130. That's 6.5. That 6.5 is the 5% of 130 BPM. So we want to say now, say 6.5 plus 130. So that's a 5%. We're going to increase the 130 by 5%. So that's 136.5. You come to your BPM point and punch in 136.5. So let's see. This brings us to the end of this episode, which is to reduce or increase the BPM of our backing track. Thanks for watching. See you soon.